Good morning all. We are recording with the sunnies, so let's have a crack. So our first problem this morning is this pump. It's not kicking over. There's power going to it. I'm thinking it might be an airlock, so we might pop these open and let it breathe a bit, because there's nothing coming out of the gun. So we'll check all the fuses. No one's good. No one's good. So it was running yesterday, so we'll check that. We opened this morning, so those two fuses was that a spark that just happened in there? No, it's good there. Alright, we still turn that, nothing happens. Let's pull the sensors, turn it off, see if we can trip it that way. Nothing out of the gun. So this could get wet. If that's under airlock pressure or something, this is going to get messy. So it's coming out of there. So as you see, we just popped that one. We turn it back on. Nothing. Let's pop the top one. Oh. Alright. So I'd say there was an airlock in there. So let's try putting it back together. That one back in there. Especially when it was just not working the day. It was working perfect the day before, and then because I drop all the water out of it to wind up the hose, so I can hear something going. So it's priming up now. So that's what we call an airlock. Well, that's what I call an airlock. If you know what happens more than me, let me know, but I'm thinking that's an airlock where the pump's seized up or something. So if Cody's watching this video, he could probably tell me a bit more. Ideally, I'd love to bypass this thing, but I don't want to play around with it when it's working. So Anderson plug, well, that's going to be coming on this. See, there's power down there as well, because I've hooked up this little cord up into the power button. So there is a little leak there coming from up in one of those seals again. No, that's alright. I'll push this out the back so it's a bit drier. Yeah, so when I get the Super 16, this will be getting ripped out and we'll be putting that in the 16 in there. So we feed it with inch line. We might have to change this out to, well, that's 3/4 inch. It should be right to feed off that manifold. But we'll see what the plumbing's like. We might change that to an inch line, 3/4 inch line all the way up to the reel, which is 3/4 inch. 24 volt power running up in that top section, so it's got everything there. So we're out on this job today. We're doing a 2-story roof. So we're going to clean all the tiles front and back. What we'll have to do is set up our pumping unit out here. So we'll have to dam, flush out this drain. We'll probably block it off near that car so we can use that tyre as a block off, and then flush all that out, and then we can pump the chemicals back over into the rock garden over here. Run a hose out, we'll pump it up into here or over here. That over there is not going to kill anything, so should be nice and easy. Put a couple of bollards and signs out there where it's overhanging the walkway, which the pump will go just in before the storm water. So we'll put the pump just in here where it's flowing in the storm water and block that off. It's all going to dam here anyway, but we'll block it off there. So you can see the gutter's going to hold a fair bit of water. It's coming out that little pipe there. So it's coming out there, which I think is that complex. But we still want to dam from there, because then we'll get a nice clean flow, but we've got to flush all this gutter out. So let's do that now. So, well, let me know what you think, because we've been recording with the sunnies, so we'll see how these go. They're mainly for my other channel where I go out and wash things for free, so I can door knock the person and get their reaction, or get their reaction as they walk out. So that's a problem with the 24-volt power. That thing's still going like a champ. We haven't had any problems with the ends, because I don't really work over 2 stories. Like if I go up on this one, I'm pumping up to 2 stories, so that's about all the max we do. And we don't run over 50 meters of hose. Normally when you run over 50 meters of hose, then you start to get problems. So just due to the pump's got to work really hard to pump it up that high. And then these pump heads are they're not made for that much pumping up high. They're made for like on the same level unit for like boom sprayers and all that type of stuff. So they're not designed to, the heads aren't strong enough to pump up that high on places like that. But I don't think anything would. But at least we're back in operation. I did bring a backup this morning, so just in case, but I'm quite sure I knew it was an airlock because it's happened before. So now we can put everything back together. I can put the case back on that and close that back up, because we got 12 volt running down there and then 24